God, remember that field day we did this? We had I brought 3 of mine.
So it is raining like crazy,
We just did 3
and
hives
we
at
are
a
still
time,
gonna
yeah.
video today. We got the canopy up over our video hive, and we are gonna still shoot our weekly inspection in the rain. We just are under cover of canopy, so hang in there.
Guys, we're getting ready to video, but it's raining like hell outside. But we put a canopy over like Larry said, and we're gonna follow the same process. Now look at that hole, and look at how many bees are in there. We got all the bees this hive owns are in there. So counting your frames of bees is gonna be real easy.
Want to be real gentle on a day like this.
Yep.
A light rain is no problem, but it's pouring here.
So unless you
Look
have
at
a
their
canopy,
festooning right here.
yeah, they are.
See, they're figuring out distances. And oh boy.
Oh, look at that mess on the bottom of
So
that.
we're gonna take this and we're gonna go just like that. And then we're gonna clean this off real quick.
Normally you wouldn't find that many on there, but because it's a rainy day, and now look at that hive, and Larry's going to shoot from up above. You look, every frame has got bees on it. Now it's been 2 weeks now since the bees started hatching, so we've probably got 7 to 8 frames of bees. I said 6 to 8 frames of bees in here, depending upon how much we started out with. Remember, clean your top bars first. Today, we're going to remove the feeder also and put a new frame in. We'll show you how to and where to put it, and get the rest of that over there.
Yeah, I will. Just a sec.
And so we've got a few lessons for today. Look at how they're staying down. They don't want anything to do with this crap. Let's slip that outside frame out first. There we go. Like always, this is what we do. Now we're looking to see. We're waiting to see if they go get Larry's legs. Okay, he decided to show up beekeeping bare-legged.
Now, when you see this,
Yep.
when you see something like this, when you put this back in, you're going to reverse it. So they'll
Now there's honey in that, isn't there?
Sure is.
tendency
All
to
of this
draw,
Oh boy.
up in
draw
the
out
corners.
the inside.
So that's a good sign right there. We can pull that
Hold
feeder
on, Jim.
without any
Hold on. I
problems.
just want to look in the frames.
That's a
on the
nice
sounds.
looking frame they
It is-
pulled
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Look at that,
yeah,
folks.
it really is.
Pearly white.
And last week that frame was only partially drawn
Just
on
a
one
little
side.
spot on one
Yep,
side.
so we're almost, that one's almost complete.
We need
so.
to mark these as well.
Yep,
Who brought a pin?
I got one.
The kids robbed mine.
This is all nectar.
Nice.
And what
Look
is
at
that?
Capped honey.
I bet there's some eggs in there.
No, I don't see any.
Here.
It's
Let Eagle
light's
Eye
kind
look at
of.
it. We
Yep.
don't have good light with the canopy on, so that's a problem. You're right, it's as clean as a whiz. But if you look at this, what they've done, look at what they've done. They put the honey around the corners. They're just waiting for the queen to come over and lay.
They'll
They're
move.
not dumping honey in the middle.
They'll move some of that honey that's in the middle. They'll move that to the outside as well.
You don't want to mark that one.
Not even though it's half done.
Yeah, this one
Okay.
needs to be marked.
Okay. I'll mark it on this side.
Oh my gosh! Look at
That's
the
all
brood.
brood.
Look at the brood.
See what I said? That they're getting ready, preparing that queen to move over to that next frame.
This is
Definitely
she's,
Yeah, this is a good day to put a second deep on, that's for sure. This
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
Perfect. If you look at how perfect that is, honey in the corners, and it's capped, which is a good sign. They got plenty of stuff coming in still. And they're pulling that practically all the way to the bottom and the sidebars, and they're just a little bit left to pull out in the corners. You can't ask for a better frame than that.
Nope.
You want to cut that bird comb off of
Yep,
both
I'm
of those?
going to, yeah.
If you leave burr comb, it just encourages the little boogers to go and put more right where they have it. They're pretty stubborn about that. Now see how he's keeping the frames nice and tight together? You want to remember to do that. Okay, look at this. This is going to be a beauty.
Oh, this is,
We got a hatch out on this.
I got a hatch out.
So think about this. This is our last frame to hatch out. Now, curious if she's laying on it or is she on it?
She's not laying yet. Let me
Okay.
check this side. Nope, she hasn't come this far out. So she's, there she is. No, there she is.
Yep, she's right there.
Yep. Dang, she's a good
So we're
queen.
gonna see a whole lot of eggs on this next frame.
And look, she's looking for cells. You can
Yep.
see the way she was eyeballing everything. Okay, so let's think what we got. We got 2 frames of brood, don't we?
Yep.
So far, yep.
Next time we go into it, we'll frame number 7 will be that you got eggs in there.
Not this side. Oh, the light's bad. Yep, it's full of eggs, just like we thought. This side as well.
They're pushing the honey down a little bit on that frame. You see that in the corners?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to tell you that you're looking at practically a perfect hive for the way we teach it and everything, the way it's performing and everything.
That doesn't always happen.
Nope.
Oh, we got some crazy comb down at the bottom on this side.
When you see something like this, you want to go ahead and
See, now this
Clean it
was
off.
relayed. She was relaying in this last week, and now they've started to cap it. See that? Beautiful. Now you've noticed one thing. We've only smoked one time on the top bars.
look what we got over here.
That is a queen cup.
That's a queen cup. Yep.
No,
No.
they're not acting like there's anything.
You don't have
inside.
to worry about that. They're going to make them, and they're going to move them around, and it's not an issue unless you see.
Got another one going right down
Yep.
at the bottom. Yep. That's a natural thing for them to make. It's like they're preparing
Security.
for disaster. It's their emergency kit. Just remember, we only fed this hive the first week after package bee day.
This is such an early nectar flow this year. That's
pretty
why
much-
doing these videos every year, there's something different going on.
You can see how the bees are packing in on there to keep it warm right now.
Don't want to squash her.
All right, we're going to take that
Yeah.
feeder out. Now you got to be a little careful getting the feeder out because you have a lot of bees that might be hanging on one side or another. Just carefully break it loose and ease it out. Now we'll shake the bees off when we're done, okay?
Yeah.
Now you'll notice too, we've been moving that one frame that they've been using as a blocker. It was frame number 5, had that honey, we moved it. And now we're looking pretty good.
Remember, we're turning this,
Yep.
putting the undrawn side toward the center.
Okay. Where do we want to put this frame, guys? it's still pretty cool weather, I think I'd put it on the outside for the first week. Just because if it was a warm weather, I would switch this one to the outside and put it right here. But they'll just draw this side out and they'll draw that side out by next week, and they'll be playing up in the second box. Oh, you didn't get them on Larry. Come on, you do better than that.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got one crawling on me. She's all right.
Oh, we should check the box.
She's not mad.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yep. Here we go.
I don't know how the hell we got an old Jerry Tate box in that.
Yeah, we do, don't we? All right, now
You'll notice it's a little wider than the one we have. So
make sure they're tight when you
switch
put
that
it
out
on.
to one of ours. All right.
Put the top on.
Remember, we pushed them all together into the center. Don't leave them spread apart. They're going to come up and work the middle of the box, okay? Now the question is, how many people remember what was what? How many frames of bees we got?
We got 7 frames of bees.
Yep.
We got probably 5.5 to 6 frames
I'd
of
say
brood.
I'd say
6 frames of brood.
6 frames
Yep.
of brood.
Yep.
So what's today's date, guys? I don't remember.
Today is the, what, 17th?
Yeah, 17. It is. 5/17. And we had Queen is okay, and that's good. Just
No.
so we want to put Queen okay. All right, now we're going to put how many frames of bees we had? 7.
7.
B 6.
Now, this hive was in a different position when we got here. When we brought them back from the field day, our working hive got put over there. So we moved it this morning to keep them from going back to where that hive was. We're just going to set this out front. And what that's going to do is when they come out, they're going to reorientate themselves and stay in this hive.
So you guys are always asking when you do a split or you want to do something in your same yard, this trick works practically all the time. Okay? You're adding strange bees to a hive. Say you add a couple frames of bees. Put it in front. As they come out, they'll reorientate instead of running back to the other hive. So this is a trick that works.
And they will do it. They'll go right back over there.
Yep.
To where they were, unless you give them a distraction. All right.
All right.
I think that's it. We got a wrap.
Right on. Listen, it is pouring rain, guys. Do not get into your hives today unless you have a canopy to go over your hives. Do not open your hives up in this downpour.
They were real gentle today.
Yeah.
we were fortunate.
Yeah, but you do not want your bees getting all soaking wet in the rain. So
Listen to this rain.
yeah, it's coming down. So unless
We're
you got
done.
a canopy, don't open them.
Leave the canopy here.
You know what?